Zombies rising from their graves. Blood-sucking vampires damned for all eternity. And humans trapped in a life and death struggle between heaven and hell. For thousands of years, mankind has told tales of encounters with strange, soulless creatures. But are these mere myths? Or are they beliefs rooted in scientific fact?
They will attack, and they will drink blood and disappear without ever being noticed.
The blood is the thing that reconnects the world that we live in with the world of the dead.
Avatars have the power to take dead people and bring them back to life. What kind of powers would you have to do that? The powers of an extraterrestrial?
Millions of people around the world believe we have been visited in the past by extraterrestrial beings. What if it were true? Did ancient aliens really help to shape our history? And if so, are there extraterrestrial origins in earthly stories of the undead? Thebes, Egypt. Along the west bank of the Nile River lies the Valley of the Kings. Here, in 1922, archaeologist Howard Carter discovered the 3,000-year-old tomb of the pharaoh Tutankhamun.
When Howard Carter opened the burial chamber of Tutankhamun, it was the first time anybody had seen the burial chamber of a pharaoh.
Untouched since the pharaoh's death in 1333 BC, the tomb was full of the boy king's earthly possessions.
It's very much the idea of having what you would have had in your house in this world with you to be there in the next world. And part of this whole idea of the tomb as a magical machine to bring you into the next world.
To help Tutankhamun on his journey into the afterlife, the walls and ceiling of his burial chamber were decorated with illustrations from the Egyptian sacred Book of the Dead.
The Book of the Dead was a collection of spells relating to the transition between death and rebirth. The basic idea was to provide the dead person with what they needed magically to get through, because there were various trials and tribulations to be faced before you were reborn into the next world. They had to encounter various demons. Everything from giant cockroaches to horrendous beings with knives instead of heads. All sorts of nightmarish visions you had to get through. And one of the things the Book of the Dead does is to explain how you deal with these various demons.
Inside Tutankhamun's tomb, the archaeologists also discovered a sarcophagus with the young king's embalmed body, well preserved, with vital organs removed and sealed in jars. Like many ancient Egyptians, King Tut was mummified based on the belief that upon entering the underworld, his body would regain its powers of movement and speech.